showing time and time again that the Bane pickup is incredibly rewarding. Being able to, through BKB, lock down one of the enemy carries is invaluable, especially when dealing with heroes like Queen of Pain, who are very, very good at just outmaneuvering you. You take that away, you can easily clean them up, and that's one of the issues that Juggernaut faces, is being able to clean up highly mobile heroes. He just cannot chase all that well, even though he does tend to build some pretty good movement speed. So we'll have to see if this Disruptor Bane combo, which are really good against the mobile heroes, if they're able to give Juggernaut what he needs and be able to push him forward in this game with gusto.
Yeah, I agree completely. I've seen a couple solo Omni Slashes committed. I must confess I did get a good chuckle at a few of them, but Juggernaut, you mentioned he has trouble catching up to heroes, but he could just go in and pop that ult, because otherwise TnC building very slippery.
Yeah, and the Viper, it's not so much slippery on the Viper as it is you just can't be aggressive on him or he'll blow you up. So it's going to be one of those things where you look at the Viper, you either get a successful gank off, you bring him down in a short amount of time, or you don't bring him down fast enough, the Venge TP's in, the Undying TP's in, and then you all of a sudden just lost 3 heroes and are wondering what the hell happened. So you got to be constantly careful about that Viper pick. And TnC, they get rid of the Wind Ranger, figuring that might be the mid laner to go up against it, though. Do we still have a Dragon Knight in the pool? We do, who has been a pretty heavily picked up hero, but they instead go for the Phantom Lancer, which calls into question where these guys are going to lane. I don't know. Who would be the mid? Is it a mid Disruptor?
I think that might be the play. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know if Juggernaut and PL are going to be fighting over farm on their own side of the map. They really have to play this aggressively. They're probably going to have to put either Juggernaut or Phantom Lancer in the enemy jungle for at least part of the time to make sure they're getting enough farm and constant X for themselves. But alright, Ember Spirit going to be the last pickup here. So support Venge or support Quap?
If I knew who played who on this lineup, I would be able to tell you, but I don't know who plays what, so I can't exactly call it out. But if I were to take a guess, it looks like Lucky is a support player, so it will be a support Vengeful Spirit this game. Teehee is what, their mid?
It's gotta be their mid, because Viper, although Viper could be a definite viable mid here and send Ember in the safe lane, I think there's a lot of flexibility, and that is likely purposeful.
I don't know
way.
If this is a Disruptor mid lane, though. I don't know if you want to run the Ember against that. I mean, Disruptor is one of those heroes that is incredibly good at harassing out enemies, and it's pretty much suicide to run any sort of melee hero against him. Even though you've got the Flame Guard, it's pretty bad at level 1 to deal with magical incoming damage, and further levels, yeah, the Disruptor can eat through that pretty quickly and then have damage to spare to kill him. So it's going to be a tough lane for this Ember Spirit if they run a mid, but we'll have to see what they do, because they're all grouping up and it looks like they're just going to go gung-ho for the bottom lane.
Well, without further ado, on the Radiant side, we've got Mineski. Looks like Jules going to be playing that Bane. We've got Jesse Vash on the Disruptor. Raging Potato is going to be on the carry Juggernaut, most likely. And now it's going to be Cuckoo on this Phantom Lancer. And way up top, we've got Ryor on the Tusk.
All right, now taking a look at TnC, we have Raven playing the Queen of Pain with AU on the Undying. Teehee's playing the Ember Spirit with Sam H on the Viper. And finally, X-Lucky playing the Vengeful Spirit. Pretty vengeful this game as they're holing up inside of Mineski's jungle, just waiting for some unlucky hero to walk by. But Mineski, they sniff out the issues, or do they?
Maybe not. Raging Potato getting a little bit close for comfort. Looks like he's in range. Venge Missile just slightly out of range there. Undying gonna go and throw some punches, but Raging Potato gonna head back for the safety of his tier 2. Securing the rune for the Dire team bottom, but Radiant uncontested up top.
I don't think there's really any contesting for either team right now. It's going to be a 50-50 split as usual. And though it did look like TnC were gearing up for an early game bungle in the jungle, it didn't seem like that was going to be overly possible for them, as Mineski is not a team to let something like that happen. Even though their lineup is not that bad at level 1, you still want to be of the utmost care whenever dealing with level 1 engagements.
Yeah, so we're going to see mid PL, which is very unusual because I've seen Cuckoo play their off lane both times that I've seen him so far. Now we're gonna have Vengeful Spirit going in. There's the missile. Looks like the Ember skilled up. Yeah, there's the Searing Chains. Cuckoo getting very low, but gonna head back under tower.
Yeah, Searing Chains level 1 is pretty garbage too. It does 1 tick of damage because it lasts like 1 second, so it's not going to be good though. AU, he's a little bit of a heyday here, walking right up to Jesse Bash and just wiping him left and right. Going to get some return damage out onto him as he did get hit by the lightning storm, but a lot of aggression, albeit very slow and steady, coming out on all 3 lanes. I wouldn't be surprised at first what happens here.
Could go down. Looks like Ember wants to go in. Sleight of Fist committed. That's an early point in Sleight of Fist.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cuckoo gonna head up top. Gonna go deny himself to Ancients. Probably just wanting a quick trip back to the well.
Yeah. Okay.
And looks like that was the right choice as AU was wrapping around looking for that final swipe.
Yeah, at first that didn't seem like the good plan, but you had spot on, you know, free trip back to base and making sure that any gank coming in would not be successful. So he gets a little bit out of that. How much does he lose when he dies? He loses 60 gold. So even though all of it's unreliable right now, he doesn't lose all that much for a level 1 engagement. And if he did buy out, which I don't think he did, but you lose even less. So a good play, and Cuckoo, even though it's kind of an awkward mid here, is doing the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, but Ember Spirit gonna be top in the last hit chart so far. Already has a poor man shield, so anticipating lots of harass. Oh, here we go. There's gonna be a Rumble in the Jungle Arcane Rune for PL, so Spirit Lance is up the wazoo, but is still forced to eat some more tangos. This guy has been buying out regen left and right, just trying to make sure he's survivable, because again, PL, not your typical mid laner. He really does benefit from a babysitter and secured farm. Hopefully he doesn't go down again, or this could be pretty bad.
Well, the good thing he's got going for him is the fact that he is pretty good at man fighting from level 6 on. Teehee, not really great at AoE damage aside from his Flame Guard, which, you know, will be enough to offer him some protection. But bottom lane, they've got a Nightmare out onto Sam H. Are they going to be able to kill him here? It doesn't seem like Raging Potato was able to get within position fast enough.
Hold on, top lane there, Ryor. Gonna be going into the snowball, possibly just for a YOLO play, bashing onto the creep. He's still so low. A couple more elastics from the Queen of Pan, but he pops the salve. It looks like Quap could back to safety. Ryor is still alive. Vengeful Spirit consumes a Fairy Fire. Ice Shards off the mark. That's Queen of Pain, but it looks like there's... Oh, no. He gets the kill, and it looks like Vengeful Spirit gonna go down. He is gonna tick from the Shadow Strike. There's no way he's living through this. He's out of regen. He buys out. He goes into the Snowball to try to take out some of the time damage. Trying to be going in, making something happen right before he goes down, but nah, just funneling another kill towards Queen of Pain.
Yep, and meanwhile, they are able to get a kill on the bottom. And that is Jules securing it, but bringing the Viper down is a pretty good thing to do right now, pre 5 minutes. So keep the aggression on. It seems a lot more action going on than I figured would happen with 2 teams that were very greedy as far as their cores and their farming goes. But the way this is laning is kind of interesting and makes for a lot of poking back and forth that, you know, when you get enough of it, eventually it will end up in a kill either way.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head right there. Very greedy cores, but they're trying to fight from minute 1, which, you know, you usually see a Phantom Lancer spending his time farming, but, well, not today.
Haha, not today.
Yeah, don't even...
Cuckoo's going to get himself a nice bounty run up in the top. Actually, is this going to go to Rior? Yes, it is, because Rior has the bottle. All right, so not so greedy mid lane Phantom Lancer gives a lot more back to his team, but I'm kind of worried about how much he's going to be able to farm for himself. He's already missed a couple of CS with his Spirit Lance, but it seems he's found a little bit of a niche as the lane has pushed over to his side. And of course, Teehee's got to be constantly careful of the possibility of Rior ganking until he knows for sure. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to go out onto Sam H again. They get him with a kinetic field, and they'll burn him down just with some right-click damage and a couple of spells used.
Yeah, that's a nice, easy kill going the way of Bane. So Bane now sitting 2-0. That guy's pretty happy. He's got money for himself, but I think the more important thing is that Juggernaut getting free farm, having 2 assists for himself, having the poor man's shield, and going to be flying out a magic wand. So nice, reliable regen there. He's going to be approaching level 5 very shortly, so doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, this is. I keep my eyes focused here on the mid lane because every single time something new and different and interesting is happening, like right there, they literally just traded hits for a couple of seconds, hitting each other with their swords or spears or whatever, until they both got very low and just decided to back off. So it seems like Flame Guard is going to be constantly on cooldown, and oh man, the slight searing chains, he almost gets it, but it's a little bit short.
Oh.
Meanwhile, bottom, they get the Nightmare up, but I don't think they can follow up for this kill. No, maybe they do! Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Tombstone committed and everything. This is going to be a terrible move from the Juggernaut. He's going to be punished. Undying. Looks like he will live. He gets away with 16 HP. That kill is huge, and not what they want in this safe lane. Looks like Juggernaut, he was getting free farm. He was top in the last hit chart, but well, now he's going to be heading back to base, spending some time dead, and spending some time scooting back to lane, so it's certainly not ideal for Mineski.
Yep, interesting note. Look who's topping the CS board now. It's Cuckoo. The Phantom Lancer, who seemed to be having a terrible lane, now is having a very good lane. Out farming, it seems, the Ember Spirit, as far as, you know, CS goes, and net worth, Ember Spirit's still a little bit ahead, just because Cuckoo has died in Ember Spirit. I think he got a little bit of assist gold for that. No, wait, no, it was denied, never mind. So, meanwhile, there's going to be a Blade Fury onto X. Lucky, chasing him down, needs one more slice, and he'll get it off. A little bit of a sliced Vengeful Spirit for you, though he does get some negative Venge aura. It's only a small aura, so it's not going to take away too much for now.
Yeah, I mean, Queen of Pain, now she's gonna go ahead. What's happening?
She's gonna kill
Oh,
top.
no. Pain, you got the dinosaur, or the ice boy, so...
It's not a dinosaur, it's a
I thought
mammoth.
that was Disruptor's corpse on the ground. It's not a mammoth, it's a bear. Either way, in the bottom, there's gonna be some aggressive wards placed up. They're placed right on top of each other. Sometimes. The tusk.
Oh.
Well, either way, it's going to be Viper sitting actually pretty decently on the last hit chart. He's had some struggles in lane, but he's doing alright for himself, getting himself a farm. Should be going for those treads soon enough, but oh, here we're going to have some more positioning. Jesse Vash on the Disruptor trying to find out Raven, and Ryor is going to be here for the initiation, but just going back to farming, playing very, very safe.
Yeah, this is absolutely the move for Raven. She knows she's got Blink if she needs it. There is no silence. To bring her down, they need to chain stun her perfectly. And, well, what do you have to chain stun? All you've got is the Snowball and the Punch, so you can't really do it.
Oh, in the mid lane, there's going to be a glimpse back. Does it... Light of Fists out of it, or, sorry, Remnants out of it.
Radiant's bottom
Disruptor
tower
not
is
able
under
to help
attack.
secure that kill. Ember Spirit was definitely playing with fire on that one.
Huh. And Cuckoo, again, he's doing a fantastic job, especially given the lane he was. Now he's out farming the Ember Spirit, and, you know, it's not surprising. He's been able to get his CS above and beyond where it needs to be right now, and even though the Queen of Pain is getting ahead as far as total CS goes, actually, bottom lane, there might be a bit of engage on to Jug.
Pops his healing ward, he's still getting very, very low. Bane's here to try to save the day, is holding on to the Nightmare if he needs it, but now... Potato Gaming, a Raging Potato, getting out just alive for that, probably having to head back to base. His healing ward can only do so much, but nah, he's gonna take a small camp. This guy throwing caution to the wind, and now Bane going in, trying to dispel this Viper from just continuing to push.
Yeah, this will give decent solo experience to Jules, too, who's almost level 6. In fact, he's one creep away from it. This is major. Having that Fiend's Grip up now pretty much opens a free kill onto Sam H. He's got it. Oh, top lane. Raven, is he gonna die?
Queen of Pain got the blink in 8 seconds. There's no vision. Going for the TP. Do they have anything? There's not able to get a glimpse off in time. And that looks like Queen of Pain getting out scot-free, just picking off the Tusk once again. That guy's 1-3-0. Not having the easiest time. You gotta survive as a Tusk. Your initiation is so strong, but survivability not always 100%.
That was super interesting. I felt like that kinetic field should have given vision of her, but...
I think it did. He just couldn't get there in time? I don't know.
All you gotta do is glimpse, and it's got a pretty decent range, but
oh,
it looked
man.
like he
looks
didn't
like Cuckoo
have it.
going in deep onto Sam H. Looks like it's going to be a TP in from the Undying, trying to go in, punish this Phantom Lancer, but he's going to get out just fine. Might even turn. There's going to be a Tombstone up. Oh, the Soul Rip, and now Cuckoo trying to TP out. Does he get away with his life? Oh, he's going to die in base from the Poison Tick. There's kills in literally every lane. I'm trying my best. Oh, man, it looks like Ember Spirit's going to go down mid, and Tusk goes down again top.
Oh my god.
Actually,
literally
3 kills
a kill
at once
in
every
every
lane.
single lane. simultaneously. That was fantastic.
Dire's
Not the
middle
kind of
tower
game I
is under
expected from
attack.
these two
I'll take
teams,
that
but
as
dear
tribute.
God, is it
Radiant's top
entertaining?
tower is
So,
under attack.
Oh,
and
Juggernaut
Raging
going
Potato,
into the Blade Fury just in time there, trying to dodge out the co-op aggression. He gets back under tower, healing ward on
Radiant's
11-second
bottom
cooldown.
tower
He's just
is
probably
under
going to go into the
attack.
jungle. Oh, it looks like there could be a punish here. If they find out Jesse Vash, they do. They go, and there's the way of terror. There's the stun. Kinetic field, not going to help you now. Vengeful Spirit just going to TP home. Not really anything lost in that engage.
that's that observer ward right there. I mean, she
It's so
tried to
strong.
hide in the trees, juke them out, and they saw
Radiant's bottom
every
tower
second
is
of
under
it
attack.
with that sort of flying vision that it gives being up on the cliff. So, very well played. Nice preemptive ward, too. That's been there for a while. So,
Radiant's
it's not like
bottom
they just
tower
placed that
is
down
under
to see him.
attack.
They called that they'd need that ward, and it came to use. So, very well played once again from TnC, just, out-aggressing Mineski, but it still is anyone's game. It's a toss-up. Plenty of kills have happened both ways, and still it seems Mineski is keeping at least somewhat ahead on the farm chart, as the net worth does still go to the Queen of Pain. Everyone else is, the two following her are of Mineski status.
Yeah, taking a look at the global net worth chart, it's pretty heavily in favor of TnC, actually, and I think that's just because they're spreading out their farm a little bit more, spending a little bit less time clumping up, trying not to die, so that's gonna help him out, but XP's starting to tilt back in favor of Mineski, still in TnC's favor, just for a little bit, but again, we're 11 minutes in, this game is far from decided.
So with this Ring of Health picked up by Raging Potato, do you think this is just casual regen, or do you think we're actually going to see a Battle Fury build up from this Juggernaut?
I honestly would not be surprised if Battle Fury. He's got the Quelling Plate, he's got the Ring of Health. I think it'll help out with his farming a lot, especially when he has to try to out-farm an Ember Spirit. It's terrible. It's not ideal. I would prefer him to go some raw stats, but oh, we're gonna catch out someone here as Tiki going and get the Sleight of Fist. He might be in the wrong territory now. There is an Omni Slash available, but the Illusion Rune is spelling a little damage. And oh, the Remnant! Ember Spirit, he gets out alive. Tiki trying to bottle up now. The rotation in from Phantom Lancer and the Disruptor. Are they gonna go for a kill here? There's
The risk of something breaking out, I just want to point out, he had that Remnant down way before the fight started. I'm pretty sure he was just baiting out the Omni Slash so that it wouldn't be on
Radiant's
cooldown.
middle tower
Like, that's
is very
fantastic
likely.
presence of mind right there.
That's awesome game sense. The reason these guys are pros, because I would not have thought to do that, but definitely getting it alive is something he's going to benefit from. There is going to be a TP rotation here. Bane with the Fiend's Grip being up to Ryo. Are they going to try to go something in this top lane? It doesn't look like it. As again, a very safe game.
Safe game. We've had 13. Actually, 1 kill per minute is actually not that big of a deal. And it's surprising. It feels like it's been a lot more action-packed than it has, but I've
there's 3
easily
kills going
seen
on at
26
once.
kills at these tough points in the game, but looks like a little bit of safe farming, as you said, kind of going back to a little bit of a rut as far as the just passive gaming goes, but it looks like Rior wants to put an end to that. He puts himself into the bottom lane, waiting for the snowball, looking for Sam H. Remember, they do have that Fiend's Grip at the ready if they want to spend it.
This is gonna be it. Oh, there's a Static Storm immediately. Walrus put up onto the Undying. That's an easy kill going the way of the Phantom Lancer, helping Cuckoo out with his farm. He's gonna go for that Blade of Alacrity, probably a Diffusal Blade first item. Solid choice from him. Do they want to keep going for more? It looks like they're gearing up to do so. Cuckoo going in very deep, casting the Spirit Lance, harassing the Vengeful Spirit, and gonna be heading away.
I really thought Bane would make himself or go down to that bottom lane to take part in that fight, but no, they smoke up. They're looking elsewhere. There's
Ryo
no
in
one
some
for them to
trouble here.
find.
He might have to snowball it just to get out of this, but no, letting him off with a warning. Teehee going towards the bottom lane. Queen of Pain, though, not going to be so merciful, using the Sonic Wave and the kill on the Tusk.
Well, you can bait ults all you want, but when you eventually die to them, that's when it gets sticky. So Teehee, realizing if he had spent a Remnant there, he would only have 1 left if they did decide to engage on him, which is never a position you really want to be as an Ember. So he doesn't press any further and just lets Raven do the work for him. So there's a smoke up now. The 3 Stooges will make their way up to the top lane, catching out who just smoked, but of course wasn't able to find anyone with it. And this could be a dead Jug if they find their initiation.
Dire's top tower
He
is
does
under
have the
attack.
Omni at the ready if things go sour. He is gonna, oh, immediate Fiend's Grip. There's a swap out, and now it looks like the Omni, it's down for this fight. There's a Tombstone, there's a Soul Rip. going so sour as it looks Bane just trying to TP out with his life, and now Juggernaut using the healing ward, desperately trying to get away, and it looks like they're not going to do that as Juggernaut, he goes down to the Vengeful Spirit. Bane falls as well.
Bottom lane, Sam H, he's going to go down as well to Cuckoo, so he does get a little bit of a return on the other side of the map, making use of the hectic top fight to just try to push. Meanwhile, mid, it looks like Tiki wants to go on Reora, but I'm not sure what he can do here solo. But that top fight, they thought they could get him down with just one Omni Slash, and it's a level 1 Omni Slash still. Like, that only hits, what, 3 or 4 times? Yeah, 3 times. There is not enough damage to bring down a fully tanky Undying. So, I mean, his name rings true. He stays alive through it. And TnC, they'll come out with a favorable trade, even though they lose their Viper on the bottom lane.
I think the real reason that engage failed was the swap from the Vengeful Spirit, canceling the Beam Grip. Uh-oh. Juggernaut, be a little careful here. The game sense is tingling, although he does walk back up again. Undying, siphon this out. They want to go here on the Juggernaut. That would be a great kill for them to have. He is playing with fire, walking so close. Oh, they're just going to stroll past each other. Raging Potato gonna be making it out just fine. There's gonna be an initiation here in the mid lane. Hold on, Teehee might be going down. There's the Fiend Grip we know and love. Disruptor securing the kill there on the mid Ember Spirit. That's gonna help them out a lot.
So interesting to know, I don't think the swap actually cancels the Fiend's Grip. I think it just moves him. Like, unless you swap the Bane, there's nothing to stop the Fiend's Grip. So
no, he swapped the Bane, didn't he?
No, he swapped the target.
Oh, okay. I thought the Bane was swapped. My mistake.
Well, regardless of that, it looks like the tier 1 is going to go the way of Mineski. TP comes in, though, and unfortunately it looks like the fight's going to happen elsewhere.
Bane, goodbye, sir. He goes for the self-nightmare to try to keep himself alive, but there's nothing you can do. So Viper, another easy kill going his way, and now he's very, very close to mech. Needs about 300 more gold to complete that. That'll be a good aura for him to have, keeping his team alive and making him even harder to kill.
Oh man, there's a lot of baiting spells going on in the bottom lane. Waits for the Searing Chains and then TP's out, because why not, right? So it looks like the TL will be able to get away alive from that one. Putting some pressure on the tier 2 bottom though, so it doesn't go unpunished. But meanwhile, mid, that tier 1's got nothing left to keep it alive. So it will go down following suit. 8-12 right now, 17 minutes. I mean, it has picked up once again, but I'm waiting for that trough that we hit where carries realize they might want to try to start farming a little bit. I don't think Raven cares. He's just going to go in once again, maybe bring down Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, you're in some trouble here. They're gonna find out which one's real soon enough. It's the one retreating, and lucky. Now, oh, there's a blink in from, oh, Static Storm connects on 3. That's beautiful. AU might end up going down. There's the mech from the Viper showing its power, but Snowball in, swap out. This is getting dirty as Raven is the first to fall. And now it looks like Ior trying to go back in. There's gonna be a spin from the Juggernaut, dealing some serious damage to Sam H. He cast the ult, but he's still gonna fall here. And now it looks like Ben Spirit trying to stay alive. Gonna be taking some damage here. Cast her missile here onto the tusk. Omni is committed, and now, oh man, this is detrimental for TnC. There's going to be a glimpse back, and now it looks like Cuckoo wants to finish the fight. He might end up going down, and he finally does. Raging Potato trying to secure one more kill. He gets a double kill. Ember Spirit left as the only survivor for TnC.
So many amazing things happened in that fight.
I couldn't even focus on what was happening.
Oh, they're gonna get the glimpse back
onto Teehee. He tries to sleight of fist. He's gonna take a snowball right to the face. Ryar getting very low, but there's the Walrus Punch. Can he get away? And it looks like he won't. It's gonna be a 5-man wipe. TnC all losing their lives. They're trading only a PL.
Oh my god, that was awful for T. He didn't have any remnants left. He used his last one to get away the first time, and of course, it was a beautiful play he made down here where he was being glimpsed back. He ended up sleight of fisting to disjoin that one as well, so he's been on top of that. The only problem here is that, I mean, he can't die. TnC cannot get wiped at this point. There are too many cores, or at least not too many cores, but there are too many heroes that can snowball really effectively off of a couple of kills like that. I mean, all of a sudden, we've got Cuckoo with his Diffusal Blade and 1,300 gold. Raging Potato, he's got his Battle Fury completed, and now he's just straight pushing, and he's going to be accelerating on his farm speed as well. So it's not looking grim yet for Mineski, I mean for TnC, but their greedy draft is starting to show some holes where, yeah, around the 20 to 25 minute mark, their spells become a little bit less useful. They need to rely on more physical damage output, and it's not looking like they quite have that just yet.
And they're going to rotate
Dire's
into the
top
Roche
tower
pit, hoping
has
for a
fallen.
second life here, but Tusk, he's going to spook them out, having both the Frozen Sigil and the Ice Shards. They know they're here, Radiant. They want to
Dire's
initiate
middle
something. There's an
tower is under
Arcane Rune.
attack.
Who's going to grab it? No one yet. Static
Oh.
Storm lives as Lucky goes in. She's going to get glimpsed back into the pit. There's a Fiend's Grip here on the Undying, and it looks like he's going to live up to his name and live just a little bit, as actually the Bane is the first to fall. TnC focusing the Roche. They get the Aegis on the Ember Spirit. Fight's not over here. Cuckoo wants to go in. Oh, he doesn't get up to the high ground, and now this is detrimental. He goes down again. Double kill here for Sam H. And now, oh no, Tusk in the snowball. What are you gonna do, kid? He has his blink, shows it off. He's trying to get away, but there's the Searing Chains. The next Ember Spirit getting yet another kill. That was just a really, really clean fight for TnC, getting the Roche, getting 3 kills, and showing their dominance here.
That was a 4-man Static Storm, and a 4-man Static Storm that they did not follow up on. And I mean, Raging Potato was not there, so I don't think they even should have tried to fight at all if they weren't going to let him go in. But he goes in now. Maybe we'll find 2. Only gets 1 so far. Is able to bring down Lucky. But Sam H will walk away alive. I guess it's not too bad for the Juggernaut. Since he wasn't there, you might as well get a kill somewhere. But
I mean, he gets something.
In the end, again, if he's not there, then don't even attempt to fight like that, because they got a perfect Static Storm that would have probably won them the fight had everyone been there, but they didn't have everyone and they weren't able to follow up, and then they had nothing for when TnC got the Roche turned on them and brought nearly all of them down.
Ember, go in Battle Fury? Is that what we're looking at? Yeah.
That's it, and that's the play. Like, at this point, it's Ember Spirits don't go anything else anymore, and it kind of sucks that we've got a hero that's so two-dimensional right now that he almost always goes for that first item Battle Fury, but at the moment, it's just there's nothing better for him. It's so good for his farming speed because, hey, it just synergizes so well with the hero itself, so I don't know. I don't see anything else that would be good for him right now. Just keep going for this farming build, get the Battle Fury up, and hope that you can transition that into becoming a late-game monster like he typically is known for. So moving around the map here, it looks like TnC are going to try to take control of their own jungle, even though they're missing their tier 1 top and mid. They've got to secure some space for their cores to farm. Remember, they do have the greedier of the 2 lineups, but the problem that they're going to face really soon is this split pushing that's coming out from Mineski. They've got Cuckoo on one side, they've got the Juggernaut, Mr. Raging Potato on the other. So they've got to be really careful these lanes pushing in. However, Raging Potato could be in a lot of trouble here.
There's going to be a 4-man smoke gate coming in. They want this guy dead, and it looks like Spidey senses are tingling. He's rotating here into the Radiant jungle. Are they going to continue the chase here as he's walking towards his teammates? I mean, there's some people that can do some real damage here, but no. Oh, beautiful disconnect on the magic missile, showing off that brand new blink and those phase boots to scoot away. So now, just wasting the Dire's time as they spent a smoke and a full rotation to get over here. There's going to be some damage committed onto this tier 2 tower. TnC, they've got to rotate for this or they're going to lose, but uh-oh. Ryor, you are not in the right place, sir. Gonna be blinking out again. Blink daggers, man. They are the bane of TnC's existence right now, and they might end up losing a tower for this.
This Ryor is playing full bait mode right now. He got them to rotate in for the quote-unquote easy kill, and now look what Mineskis are going to do about it. They brought down a tier 2 tower. Their tier 2 is healthy enough that maybe they can just straight take a fight after this, but wait a second. Cuckoo and Raging Potato, they're just going to go up for the high ground. And wait, who's got okay, Sam H has got a TP, Raven's got a TP, so they are going to go back and defend that tier 3, but this might be the end of this tier 2 push. Maybe Sam H, though he's still chasing.
And Teehee, looks like Teehee's going to just take some damage, canceling the Fiend Grip, wanting to walk back, scared of the Viper's initiation. So it looks like the tier 2 will go down here. And tier 3 going to be defended on the side of TnC, so...
Barely. That thing's at 500 HP right now. It's not looking too healthy, but it's alive.
Looks like Jules in some trouble. No place, though. Harass out, and now it looks like there could be a glimpse back. Disruptor going to be playing this kind of cautiously. There's the glimpse, there's the static storm, there's the kinetic field, but Remnant out before the silence takes effect. My goodness, this is going to be Jules now getting very, very low. Sam H going in. There's ice shards all over the place. Freezing Sigil showing its worth here. Snowball coming up, and there's the Sleight of Fist, and it looks like Disruptor going down, but trading for the Viper. That's all right there. More ice shards coming in, and now Sonic Wave connect on 3. Take down Phantom Lancer, and now Ryor in some trouble. Searing Chain's going in, and Queen of Pain, she wants to make something happen. There's a Venge Missile. Come on, a little more damage. Not making that alive, but oh no. Bane, you're left alone to defend, buddy. What are you gonna do?
How did Teehee get out of that?
There's like a split second before the silence takes effect in the Static Storm, and he managed to remnant out.
That doesn't seem like it should be. I mean, he had the silence icon over his head. I'm 99% sure of it.
He probably had a shift queued. I don't know.
Oh, that's a fight destroyer right there. He had the Aegis, so it probably wouldn't... I mean, yeah, you get rid of the Aegis, that'd be good, but... Man, Mineski were going all in for that Ember kill, and to have it ripped out from underneath their finger... Actually, you know what I think happened? Maybe he casted it as the glimpse was going, and then it just took a little bit of time afterwards. So he was technically silenced, but because he was already remnanting, maybe? I don't know.
Either way, he lives. Aegis is going to be consumed, but... I
gotta go watch the replay for this.
Here. Yeah, we
Fiend's
gotta.
grip,
Oh, there's gonna be a
lane.
Fiend's grip here and now. It looks like AU and get a free trip back to the well. Tusk going in. Fire getting himself second kill of the game, and Walrus Punch on a creep.
Yeah, that was a. I mean, you get a Fiend's grip, you get a kill, and when he's that isolated, yeah, it's gonna happen every single time. But I mean, they've got to count themselves lucky that he was finally isolated that time. It seems every single other time they've gone on that Undying, he's had someone behind him. But for the moment, it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a shallow push here as Cuckoo is sending in a couple of odd units. But meanwhile, Jesse Vash and Raging Potato will wait on the top lane. It looks like they want to bring him down. They will Static Storm, but he's... Wait! No, they do catch him with a Kinetic Field. They'll go in for the Omni Slash. Can they bring him down? They will! Raging Potato will get the kill on the last strike of the Omni Slash, too.
Oh, Cuckoo in some trouble. Gonna be scouted out by Wave of Terror and... Oh... Dodging some of the damage here coming out now. Oh, there's a swap in. Cuckoo, you ain't getting out of this one. Queen of Pain getting the kill. Does commit her ultimate for it, but she's got Ags. That's a relatively short cooldown.
Man, the cores are going down like flies on both sides of the map. Two very well executed ganks bringing him down. And I think Cuckoo was overestimating his abilities to escape. I mean, Doppelwalk's fantastic, but even maxed out, it's got 10 seconds of cooldown. So you can't just expect it to get you out of every single fight. And it looked like that time he thought it would, so Mineski will lose a kill that they probably could have avoided. TnC, I'm not quite sure theirs could have been avoided as well. I mean, of course, he was a little bit away from his base and farming pretty aggressively, but that Static Storm to initiate usually doesn't work because you can typically walk out of it before the Kinetic Field connects, but...
Oh, Glimpse back here. AU throwing up the Tombstone before he goes down, but now he's in his ultimate form. Gonna be a little bit tanky, but nah. Easy kill on the Tusk, but now there's the slide up fist going in. Gigabyte trying to... Jules doing what he can. Trying to TP home. Get out so easily, and now Ryor gonna be the second fall on the side of the Radiant, losing the Undying, but trading for 2. I guess that's alright. We actually might not see the end of the action here as there's an Omni on cooldown, not able to go in, just slashing up the Queen Pain, doing some damage there. And now TnC, are they gonna try to push high ground on this?
They can. It'd be risky. If you group up for the Omni Slash, you might end up taking more damage than you expect, but right now, Raging Potato's got to be... Yeah, he's playing this one super cautious. He's got his... Oh, wait, no, they go for the Static Storm.
Onto 2, but Kinetic Field not able to lock him in place. Queen of Pain going for the self. He's keeping herself up, and now Raging Potato running for his life here. Magic Community about to run out. Goes for the Omni. It's off cooldown now with the mechanism keeping everyone up and well. And now Raging Potato taking some Searing Change, taking the Magic Missile. Gonna be going down here. Does he have buyback? I don't believe so. This could be a free tier 3, even a free Rax. Jules going in. No Fiend's grip on this guy yet. Cuckoo, he's back and he's angry. Going for the Manta, but oh no, there's gonna be a swap in from the Nightmare. And now Tombstone just to keep everyone back. That is a zoning Tombstone if I've ever seen one.
Yep, so Raging Potato does have buyback, but I don't know if he really wants to use it right now. You got to be very careful for a pre-30-minute core to buy back like this, especially when you think your team can do it, but it looks like here's the fight.
Jules going down once again, and now Cuckoo trying to run for his life. Which one's real? They're gonna find him out as Magic Missile connects, and now there's gonna be a Viper ultimate going in. Ryor trying to make some space for his cores, but it looks like Cuckoo not gonna get out alive. Can they pick off anyone in exchange for this? No! Disruptor, the sole survivor on Mineski, TnC. They go in for a Rax now. They are all ticking kinda low, but are they that scared of a Disruptor? Kinetic Field doing what it can, but they got range heroes. Those towers are not gonna be up for long, and Disruptor, he's gotta be careful. Again, a lot lot of mobility coming out for
Radiant's middle
TnC,
barracks are
going
under
in,
attack.
immediately targeting that melee Rax. That's going down real nice, and Juggernaut, he's back up. No
Dire's
ultimate
bottom
for him for a
tower is
while
under
now,
attack.
and this is going to be easy
Radiant's
secured
middle
Rax at
barracks has
free
fallen.
30 minutes. Roshan is going to respawn, so they could rotate back and check the pit if they wanted to. TnC securing a huge, steep lead in both gold and XP. Not expecting that comeback so early.
It's 30 minutes already? Wow. Where did time go? I mean, we've had quite a few kills this game, but geez, that was a fantastic push into the racks, and it didn't quite seem like Mineski had what it took to deal with it. There's so much sustain right now on TnC, just from having, I think it's either a mech or a Guardian Grease.
Omni Slash is up.
Yeah, it's a mech. Raging Potato, he's looking, but I'm not quite sure he can find, but between the mechanism that they have and just AU's raw sustain as an Undying, they're just not dying. Like, it's crazy how much damage is coming out from Mineski, and it's really falling upon deaf ears right now, but smoke up, they want to go for this.
Looks like there's going to be a wave of terror in, and there's going to be a static storm. Can Jesse Vash save his own life? Looks like so far, yes. Going for the TP out. I don't know if he's going to make it. Looks like no. Queen of Pain securing it with a dagger tick, and Undying still has not broken smoke. They know that that's not the real PL, and now
Radiant's
Tiki
bottom
going in
tower is
does
under
find
attack.
Cuckoo. No carrying chains to connect, and now it looks like Dire want to go in. They want to get this Roche. This will be second Roche of the game, and
Radiant's
definitely an
bottom
Aegis is
tower
going to be a
has fallen.
huge advantage. Lincoln's popped
yeah.
on that guy. They're going to rotate into the pit. I don't think that Radiant has the resources to stop them. They need a huge static storm, and Disruptor's still dead for another 20 seconds, and this guy is falling fast.
Yeah, and that's the power. I mean, Medallion doesn't do as much to Roche anymore, but it still does a lot.
Roshan
And
has
they take him
fallen to
down,
the
they
dark.
take him fast, and they get a nice Aegis on their Ember Spirit. He drops his Blink and his Akala for that one. Just
why
for
does
a
he drop
TP
his-
back to base.
Oh, okay. So Blink is in the pit. I don't know if anyone knows that. It looks
No,
like the
they've got it
courier's
on the
going to
courier
take it
now.
out, which is nice,
And
because
then
that's
puts it
not
back.
something you want denied.
Well, they TP'd out because they were afraid to walk out. What happens when you walk out is you open yourself to a position to get choked at this point right here. You get
Yeah.
static stormed right here, you're all just straight dead. Like, I gotta draw the X's. There we go. So you're all dead.
I'm going to
And
draw the
they-
unhappy all dead face. Wow, that is not what I meant to draw.
close.
There's some issues. I was going for an unhappy face, but I guess a triangle and a line straight across the map is close enough.
It's a fantastic drawing hand, but in the end, like, it was a good play. It wasn't necessary, but for those times where it ends up being necessary, that's when the play is like, oh wow, they're so heads up. So even though it seems a little ridiculous at the time, you gotta realize that was incredibly cautious, a great play showing a lot of respect to Mineski, and they're not going to let anything go. They're going to make sure that their cores stay farming. You know, this Battle Fury is done, and it's proving to be incredibly useful for these pushes. And now the split pushing is on the other shoe, on the other foot thing.
Feet,
Dire's
something
middle
about
tower
shoes.
is
Yep,
under attack.
something.
What's Raging Potato building? Is it going to be a Scotty or a Manta?
The fact that he's amassing 2,400 gold means it's a Scotty. If he wanted a Manta, he'd have it by now.
Okay. Well, looks like Bane gonna be going in. Does have the Fiend's Grip, but has to be very careful here as there's 5 angry Dire heroes going for the TP. Can they cancel it? There's the Piggy. New Sheepstick reeled by the Queen of Pain. Jules is a dead man. And that's going to be a mega kill for the Queen of Pain. 11, 1, and 10. I have not talked about Raven's KA yet, but holy mackerel, that is a worthwhile Queen of Pain pick.
Yep, not only that, but she's got Ags, Yules, and a Scythe of Ice. So she is
man.
farming really well, and she's only second highest in net worth. I mean, keep in mind, Raging Potato's ahead of her, but that just shows it's like each hero has their own power curve, right?
Dire's middle
And this
tower
just
is under
emphasizes what that means on a more objective level.
Radiant's
Right
top
now,
tower
Queen
is
of Pain
under
can do a
attack.
whole lot more than the Juggernaut can, even though the Juggernaut's got more farm, just because of the way the hero works. So Raging Potato and Cuckoo are going to go ahead and split push. They will get a tier 3 off this one. It might come at a price. The Sleight of Fist will come through, not doing a whole lot of damage. He's going to be really careful here. I think he's baiting out a full initiation for the rest of his team to come in, but still kind of a weird spot for them all to be at, and it looks like they will TP back to base in the meantime. Get a tier 3, and then, just Texas standoff to the top lane.
Yeah, this is so tense right now. You can tell that Dire, they want to go high ground so badly, but they don't want to throw this enormous lead they've amassed for themselves. Holy mackerel. Look at that net worth and gold chart. That is the weirdest shape I've ever seen. Reverse Loch Ness Monster going on. Here we're going to see some, and finally high ground initiation. Viper going in. Damn H, is he going to get punished for this? Looks like he's going to Spirit Lance as well as a Nightmare. And nothing really yet. Ice Shards goes in. There's going to be a Sleight of Fist coming out, but there's the Static Storm. Connects onto the Viper. Is it doing enough damage, though? It doesn't look like that Sonic Wave is going to connect, and now it looks like Disruptor going to go in. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip here onto AU, but he's going to live for now. Tomb dropped, and this could be terrible. Raging Potato has got to live. There's no Omni Slash. He's going to get stunned up. He's going to fall. This BGG. I don't know if he has buyback. I do believe he does, but even if he buys back, what does he do? Teehee is just too big right now, and Queen of Pain, she's got an ult up in 15 more seconds. That Aghanim's cooldown is so nice.
Yeah, he's just dead here.
This is, like... oh no! And Jules gonna be killed once again. X-Lucky going down here, but... Alright, Radiant, they want another stand. Going into the Venge, they're gonna pick her up. Teehee getting kind of low here, but no, this is it. Juggernaut goes down a second time. Tusk immediately buys back, but I don't think there's any way Mineski can come back from this and take a fight. A second set of racks going down, still no megas, but you never know. Cuckoo charging into battle, trying to go in. There's gonna be a glimpse back onto AU. He's gonna go into his ultimate form, using that Soul Rip, and now Disruptor going down once again. GG called out by the Bane. Mineski can't pull this off. TnC, they take game one. This is a best of two series, so we're going to go back into another game of TnC versus Mineski, but TnC played that so cleanly. I think they just did an amazing job. Even though Mineski looked like they might be winning the lanes early on, it just came down to the team fights.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game, and you know, TnC, they proved that they could beat Mineski before, and even though they lost the series, they take another game. So at the best, Mineski can tie this series up. So TnC already looking like a favorable outcome for them as their record. I think they won a series and then they lost two. Maybe. I think that's what happened. Either lost two or tied one and lost the other. But in the end,